I I think you're itching to make something happen this month, Pisces. And when I started to do your reading, I started to get heartburn, like not like a burning sensation in my heart chakra, like actual heartburn. So, you know, cut back on the things that would cause that, like things with a lot of acid. But also, I think maybe you're a little like sick to your stomach, like over trying to make all these things happen. There's a juggling energy. The two of Pentacles came up twice, but I really feel I can feel your energy almost jumping from like left to right, masculine to feminine, you know, giving and receiving, like that way. Like I can feel the energy in your body literally shifting from like, you know, being in the receptive mode, like feminine, being tapped into your intuition, to masculine, highly active, going out and doing, you know, a lot of aggressive things. Like, look, it's on the bottom again. Okay. I don't know if you're moving slow because you want to move slow, Pisces, but, or maybe it's the juggling I was talking about that has you moving slow, but there's this sluggishness. There's this tone of sluggishness. I just got the image of somebody literally digging their heels into the ground but being dragged. So then like as their feet drag, the dirt like piles up around them and they start getting deeper. I just got that. But like the person in my vision didn't get that deep, but it's that concept. Like causing a dust cloud. Like you're moving, you're making moves because somebody's wanting you to make moves or you're feeling pressured to make moves. But yeah, there's this energy of you're dragging your feet because you don't want to do whatever it is you got to do. Yeah. One, you're dissatisfied with an offer from a Virgo, for sure. That's for some of you. Others of you, I think you are not wanting to be alone. Okay? So whether it is that you're dating around instead of like being completely single and alone, like to assess your situation and assess yourself and do the inner soul work, or you don't want to break up with your partner, not because you're in a happy relationship, but just because like you don't want to be alone. You don't want to look within. There's a level of dissatisfaction in this idea of like, no, I don't want to because that would require me acknowledging like things about myself, and I'm not willing to do that. Yeah, I feel like your arm's being twisted, Pisces. Ooh. Yeah. Why? What's up with that? Ugh. Why are you letting somebody twist your arm? I mean, don't get me wrong, somebody could be twisting, or you could be twisting somebody else's arm, but that's not how it feels. That's not how it feels. I feel like someone's trying to twist your arm. Towards what? I don't know. Free yourself from whatever bondage that you've been placed in, whoever's twisting your arm. Yeah, you're either allowing yourself to be in a situation that is treating you this way, or you feel as though your arm is being twisted to stay in a situation, but you deserve love, and that's going to cause you to retreat in some capacity. You do not have to physically leave your partner or whomever you're dating or the dating field, but like the Hermit card was talking about in the beginning, there's this need to really acknowledge what's been going on internally, Pisces, and that needs to happen to move forward and understand that you deserve more than what you've been giving yourself, okay, or allowing yourself to have, okay? So what are we going to do about it? Hi, Pisces. So as you can see, I already had some messages for you. You know I speed up all my shuffling, but I'm at 12 minutes on my video right now. I usually average about 6. So you can see how I think you got a lot going on. And I don't think you want to spit it out because my cards didn't want to spit it out, Pisces. So here we go. Past, present, future, love, overall energy for the month of May. in the past position, we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Justice, the Two of Pentacles, which we already talked about. So, for some of you, I think you're waiting for a divorce. Some of you, I think, have been waiting for your relationship to balance itself out, because both of these have this balancing theme, right? The Two of Pentacles is juggling, but the Justice, you know, is an even scale. So I feel as though some of you have been feeling like your partner or that you're with or that you want to be with is worth waiting for, and you felt it was the right thing, the just thing to do, to wait. But there's something that is off there. Like, I'm going to say off because it's a juggling energy, but I don't think you're juggling two people or whatever. Not like that at all. I just think that your energy is kind of like all over the place when it comes to relationships and when it comes to love. Like, so it's very hard for you to get a grip on things. Like I said before, I feel like somebody's dragging you. But there's this idea, Pisces, that whatever you've had going on, you felt it was the right thing to do, to stick it out and try to like just juggle it all. Like, I can have it all. A little bit, this is like have my cake and eat it too, not in a negative way, but in a way of like, I'm going to date and be with people, but I'm also still going to like go out with my friends constantly. You know what I'm saying? It's just because when we get into relationships and they get more serious, like not up front, but when they're more serious, we have to make sacrifices to be able to juggle, right? Our personal life, like our personal individual life, as well as our life in a relationship. And there's this, I don't know, I feel as though you've been waiting for those type of energies to like work themselves out. Like, you didn't want to have to actually do something. Like, you're just like, you know what? It's just going to settle itself. Like, I feel like you thought it was just going to work itself out. The universe is just going to work it out for you. There's been something that you've been waiting for, but I feel like for most of you, you have chosen to wait. But there's this sense of like, I think you're moving a lot this month and a lot of energy. For the last couple of months, I think you've been ignoring what has actually been going on. Like I was talking about in the beginning with the Four of Cups and the Hermit, you were ignoring what it really was. So there was this waiting hold, and you're like, you know what? I'll let karma handle it, or I'll let the universe handle it, or I'll let the judge handle it, or I'll let my boss handle it. I mean, we're talking about love, so not boss, or I'll let my partner be the one to call the shot. But like either way, like you're still out of whack. You know, something ain't right. By the way, overall energy. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Ace of Swords. So I think you're realizing, Pisces, that whatever scenario you've been having had going on, I think you're getting clear this month that it's no fun. It's been no fun. It's been no fun. And you're going to find out why it's been no fun this month. Because like I said, you've been waiting. I really feel as though you have been waiting for forces outside of yourself to change your life. And just have it all, make it all better. And you're going to realize this month that, one, love is not a game to be played. Whether someone's playing it with you or you're acting like it's some type of game. Also, I think that's for some of you. I think for others of you, it's definitely, you're going to realize like this is straight up like this is no fun. And like, love is to be enjoyed, Pisces. You know that. You understand love. You know how pure and fluid love can be. So, like, you're going to get clarity this month. Like, and I think it's going to be a little bit of a harsh clarity, right? I think it is going to be a little harsh. Behind the Ace of Swords was the King of Swords, right? He could be a little harsh. And I normally wouldn't take 3 cards, but here we have in the center, I had to pull these up because when I saw them drop, I was like, oh no, this is exactly what they need to hear. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So some of you, for straight up, you need to pay attention and realize the fact that you are attracted to codependent dynamics. straight up. Like, I think that's going to be for a lot of you. I think if some of you have been waiting for like the right person to come and commit to you, or a person in general that you vibe with to finally come in, I think you're going to realize this month that, like I said, straight from the Four of Cups and the Hermit, you have in some way ignored looking at yourself and looking at really the reason why, like, because we play a hand in everything that happens to us, Pisces. We are not victims of this reality. We are not, you know. You can be fully attuned to spirit and also exist in this realm, and I think that's exactly what is playing out this month. I think in the past you have maybe escaped out into some sort of fantasy. When this honeymoon card dropped in the future position, I saw the Seven of Cups. I said, this isn't a physical, I mean, it could be for some of you a physical trip, but I feel as though you have been trying to live out the honeymoon phase, and you've been in this relationship for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you know, way longer, like, and it's like, no, like, you need to decide, like, are you going to keep perpetuating this fantasy? Or are you going to actually, like, actualize a real fantasy, which is being happy in your relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, because imagination is powerful in that sense, and I know that you have a very powerful imagination. So if you can imagine a better life, and even if right now that better life or that better love or that better relationship is with that person that you're with right now, or that person that you have in your head, even if we just don't even replace it, just, like, try to, like, try to have the imagination without that person's face in it. Like, know that they're there, that presence of another person is there with you. But imagine what your ideal love relationship would feel like. What it would feel like. And then ask yourself, you know, do I deserve this? You know, you're going to find out that the answer is yes, because why wouldn't you deserve it? Now, don't bring the other person into it. It's not about the other person that you're with, that you want back, that you're desiring. It's not about them. It's about you. And I think you need to see, I think what you will see is that this dynamic has been playing out for a while. And in some capacity, you're attracted to it. Another message I got, well, I have to share these other cards with you. Underneath red flags, we have the Chariot and the Five of Swords. So some of you need to look out for a Cancer that's trying to argue and possibly, you know, drain your energy, like on an energetic tap through an argument. Because when we argue with people, we exchange words with people, we give them our energy. So that's a codependent dynamic as well. I'm very familiar with that. It's hard to heal from that. So don't think that I'm just trying to, like, tell you, just get over it. Like, no, I know it's hard, but we have to make ourselves aware. Underneath attraction, Fool, the Knight of Cups. And I think for some of you, the Knight of Cups is you, and you have been playing the Fool over the fact that these red flags have been presenting themselves. I had also gotten the message when these cards first fell that for some of you, you need to pay attention to a red flag and realize that moving in with somebody is not going to change the fact that you are in a codependent dynamic. Because underneath codependency, we have Ace of Wands and the Sun. So for some of you, all your happiness in this relationships comes from sex, period. That's for some of you. Okay, and that's a very codependent dynamic. It's like only the sexual part of the relationship makes you happy. That's how I'm reading this. I'm not feeling, I want to tell you, like, oh, Ace of Wands with the Sun, like, that means that you have a new opportunity to get clear on how you've been codependent, which, I mean, you totally could towards the end of the month, I think, but I think the forward facing message is definitely that the only part of your relationship that you've been finding happiness and enjoyment in is in codependency and through sex. But by paying attention to the red flags, you will have an opportunity to see where you have been sacrificing your happiness, because you want to move, you know now that you need to move on from these arguments, from these exchanges that just leave everybody with an L. You know, there's a level of dishonesty here, but I think I said this to you in your other reading, Pisces, that it's like a lying by omission type of energy. It's not like deceptive, like outright cruel deception. It's just like you want to move on from the bickering so bad that you're just not saying what it is, and that's not going to work. With the attraction and the Fool and the Knight of Cups, you know, some of you could be attracting a new love into your life from leaving this behind, or again, like this can be through assessing all of this and maybe successfully leaving behind the arguments. This could play out like that. You know, it could. But I think a lot of you are going to come to these realizations this month, and you'll be making decisions later in the month, closer to June. Not these cards as much, but the Fool, the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Sun together feel like a pregnancy to me as well. And it's almost like you had makeup sex, like, because like the only thing that makes you guys happy that like stops the arguing is having sex. So you're just like, you know, screw it, like we'll just fuck it out. That's pretty playful, right? Let me let you know on the bottom of the deck further, we have unrequited love. Behind that, religious factors. So I think that a lot of you, whatever has gone awry in your love life, the reason the love is unrequited in some capacity due to this codependency and whatever is because it's a karmic relationship. And I mean, a lot of relationships are karmic because we all have a lot of karma to work out, but it's one that has run its course. It has run its course, and there's you and your partner are changing energetically and changing spiritually, and they're leveling up, and you know, it's okay if we're not on the same spiritual plane as somebody anymore. You know what I mean? Or if we come into a new level of self-respect, like just because you love that person, like ultimately it will not trump the fact that you love you more. And that's, I think, what you need to affirm this month, Pisces, because in the future we have honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, and we have the Lovers. So the Lovers to me is always, I think a need to make a decision. And I was talking about this before. So I think it's going to be the decision to uncross your arms in the Four of Cups and do the inner reflection with the Hermit. Do the inner reflection of how you've played your own hand in this, how you can focus on yourself and pay attention to your spiritual alignment in order to make shifts, or because I don't think you can turn a blind eye anymore. I don't see that the Two of Swords is not here. I don't think you can turn a blind eye anymore. I think you have to choose. And I feel as though if you don't choose this month, like the Tower is going to show up next month. Because it's time. Today is the Scorpio full moon, baby. It is time. Tap in, and make a decision. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that it was some sort of three-way situation. Sometimes the Lover shows someone that's playing the field, someone that has options. And you definitely could, Pisces, but that's just not really what I'm feeling. Or what I am picking up, though, is I think maybe some of you are like half in a relationship. Like you have the door open where like somebody energetically like can feel that you would accept their offer in some capacity, but like you wouldn't take it up in a sexual manner, but like you just keep the door open, like you won't fully commit because like you want to keep your foot in the dating pool or something like that. But some of you may go away with your partner to make these choices, or you may take some time away from your partner at a distance, or you may do something to make these choices. So yeah, some of you may make this decision while you are physically away from your partner for whatever reason. It could be because you're on a work trip, or you do take a vacation and for some reason, you know, your partner didn't want to be involved in that or couldn't be involved in that. Or you very well could go away with them. However, my original message about this card, before I even got into these, stands. I think that you guys are realizing like the honeymoon phase of your relationship is over, and you cannot perpetuate it through ignoring what is really going on. And there's a need to kind of like, you know, settle up. I feel like this is you and your partner like talking to God, or like spirit or the universe or whomever, or you speaking about it, about your relationship with spirit. Like there's a need to commune with your spirituality and really settle this once and for all, because you deserve to enjoy love and relationship. That's the whole point of us getting in them, you know? What else is the point? And you don't need to settle for this ever. Nobody does. Okay, your partner doesn't. If you love them, you should also not want them to settle. Okay? I love you guys. I really hope this message, you know, gives you some sort of insight or confirmation. And I will see you at the end of the month with your June readings. Peace.